There are two documents. There's a summary of the FBI investigation into the possible mishandling of classified information. That's a very lengthy document, about 47 pages. And then there's something called the 302, which is what I have right here. It's about a dozen pages. And a 302 is what the FBI calls their summary of an interview. The FBI does not traditionally record interviews, so there's no transcript. It's a summary by the agents who conducted the interview. And I'm about halfway through the 302. And what you can conclude here is that on the critical questions about intent, whether she understood how classified information should be handled, Mrs. Clinton answered the same way virtually every time, is that she just could not remember or she could not recall. And I want to give you just a couple of examples right here. She's asked when she first got her security clearance and whether she carried it over from the Senate to the State Department. And the FBI summary says Clinton could not recall when she first received her security clearance and if it was carried with her from the Senate to the State Department. Then she says Clinton could not recall any briefing or training by state related to the retention of federal records or the handling of classified information. It goes on further. Clinton recalled being briefed on special access programs. These are like the crown jewels of the U.S. intelligence community. She goes on to say she could not recall any specific briefing on how to handle information associated with special access programs. And that's a very big problem, and I'll tell you why. Because in 2009, within days of becoming Secretary of State, she signed two of these. These are non-disclosure agreements. One is about classified information, and it provides very specific steps, if you will, for the handling of this information and then also for special access programs. And when you sign these documents, you are confirming to the U.S. government that you understand what classified information is, you understand what a special access program is, you understand that this is some of the government's most closely held secrets, you understand how it's supposed to be handled. Yet she signed these documents and told the FBI she couldn't remember any briefings, she couldn't remember any training, she couldn't remember how to handle this information, and that she trusted people at the State Department to use their judgment and not send anything to her that was classified. So she essentially dumps the problem on her subordinates in this interview, at least based on what I have read so far.
We're going to let you continue reading. I know you're going to be back with more information as you get it, and we're going to take a little time to talk more about this, Catherine.